If we see a relationship as a pathway into our happiness, we will inevitably end up in so much pain. We are inevitably going to suffer. Because whenever you assume that your happiness is in any way dependent on another person or a circumstance, even such a favorable circumstance as being in a relationship, you're still putting your happiness somewhere outside of yourself. And so many people are hoping for a relationship, waiting for a relationship. Even the most conscious people who've done so much personal development work may find themselves in this place of waiting for something, waiting for a change, not even making changes in life because maybe when the partner comes, then I will feel differently, and then the partner will influence me, and then we will decide together. And so until then, I will just half leave because the big life, will begin when I'm in a relationship. So relationships are fascinating. Ever since I was a child, I had this profound fascination with relationships. When I was 7, I kissed a boy for the first time because my grandma was watching a lot of Mexican soap opera, and they were always making out and falling in love and getting into romance and stories. So I had such a dream for that romance kind of thing. So already at 7 years old, I was trying to get into a relationship. Then I was playing Barbies a lot as a child, and the main thing that my Barbies were doing was getting married and getting in relationships and having sex. So that was the gig. And I know that relationships is just such a big part of of the way how I serve here on this planet. When I was a child, I remember myself giving advice to my brother and his wife. There's some really mature advice where I remember talking to his wife, and she was telling me, I find myself that I lose myself in the relationship, that I become less in the relationship, and when I'm by myself, finally this is me. And I remember telling her, I was 12. I told her, but actually in a relationship, you're not supposed to lose yourself. On the contrary, there's now more. Now there's 2 of you. And it's like his gifts are your gifts now, and your gifts are his gifts now. So and I was kind of coaching her on that back then. And so, I didn't grow up with a good model of a relationship. My parents didn't give it to me. But there was certainly some kind of inclination that I already carried with me through my previous incarnations. And then in this life, I've been as also honoring the 1-3 in human design, I've had to really experience myself in all sorts of relationships, all sorts. I've been in long-term relationships, in relationships that were way too long for what was their actual destiny, in short-term relationships that were very intense, in monogamous relationships, in monogamish relationships, in polyamorous relationships, in same-sex relationships, in relationships that completely disturbed me and destabilized me and shook me up and just destroyed me on every level and made me find myself on the tiles of my bathroom floors wherever I was. And also relationships in my life have given me a gift of experiencing incredible harmony and moving with another person in incredible harmony and incredible respect. And also I've experienced through relationships how I've actually become more of me, some relationships have empowered me to speak more, to express more, they've given me this place of safety and stability that a masculine presence can give to the feminine. And then I found myself blossoming in ways that I didn't experience before. I've also found myself in being in the masculine energy in relationship, and my partner being in the feminine predominantly. And and having also very balanced relationships, boring relationships, exciting relationships that just would not let me think about anything else. I've been anxious, I've been avoidant. So it's just really, yeah, it's been an incredible journey in my life of all the relationships. And also I've found myself in incredible erotic meetings in these relationships, and sometimes these meetings would last like for a whole week, sometimes like 12-hour non-stop connection, sexual meeting that I had moments when I would scream out of so much ecstasy and just pray to God that every single woman on this planet can experience at least a moment of that ecstasy that is really our birthright as humans. So that's a little bit of my expanded biography in relationships. But what I've learned through all of this time is I developed a kind of like a superpower. I can look at a couple and within literally 90 seconds, I can tell what are their major dynamics, what are the patterns that are there. I can see like if there is pattern of entering into anxious and avoidant deadly duo, what I call pattern. I can see if the woman is abandoning herself. I can see if the man is feeling not met and how he is coping with that. I can see when there are defenses around the heart and where you simply are not allowing the love to penetrate you, even though everything is there for that. I can see when people are really focused on fixing each other and relating to a projection of what they wish to see and not of who actually is in front of them. So I'm going to be sharing more on my Instagram around different relationships patterns that I see, and also this whole theme. I'm speaking a lot about relationships now because I'm also leading into an incredible experience. I'm offering the in-person immersion with me. It's called Fire of Love. And it's not often that I do these these immersions, mystery immersions. It's something that I've been doing for the last 12 years. And they've gotten so deep and so precise. And when you come into these immersions, it's like you basically throw yourself up into the mystery. And that's why I call them mystery immersions, because it's like you come and you just have to surrender. You come and you just have to open your heart to me, to the temple, and allow yourself to be taken into the mystery and have the most incredible experiences of your life. That's the feedback I get from people, that like the depth to which we go together is some of the most incredible experiences that people have in their entire lives. So the next one is happening in November in Portugal, and it's entirely dedicated to love, to the fire of love. And I've seen miracles in this particular immersion in couples. It's open for couples, it's open for singles, it's open for everyone who feels that there is something about this relational love. There is something about it that can take us all the way home into the embrace of the divine. And that's exactly my experience. So as we're leading to it, we're gonna have fire ceremony next week. And you can join. If you're joining Fire of Love, this is a part of your preparation work, so it's included in your experience. Then we're going to start the preparation work for Fire of Love in the end of October, like even more in depth. We're going to be regularly meeting. You're going to be building connections also inside of the community. So when you come, it's not going to be just a bunch of strangers with whom you do this super vulnerable work, but it's going to be friends. You're actually going to come in a community of family when you arrive in Portugal. And fire the ceremony next week on Thursday inside of my community sanctuary. I'm running this fire ceremony, so you can also join just the ceremony. And it's gonna be fully dedicated on burning the obstacles on the way of true love, and burning the karma, burning the blocks that are not allowing you to experience what is the actual potential of a relationship. So come into that. I profoundly recommend you to join. Now, this whole thing about relationship making you happy, There is such a deep thing about that. There's like it's really fascinating to see where it's coming from and how it plays out in your life and how actually it's blocking you from experiencing the actual nature of relationships. What I call these new world relationships. These are relationships that take you to your supreme destiny, that actually take us all as humanity into our supreme destiny, because we all have the same supreme destiny. It's this utmost evolution of our consciousness and living in the new world, living the life of heaven on earth. That's where we are headed, my people. And I don't know when we're gonna get there, but we're gonna get there. And it's on us to determine how soon we're gonna get there. And relationships are an excellent playground and an excellent training for the world to come for us. And so as long as we have this projection that like, I'm gonna get in a relationship and I'm gonna be happy ever after. I remember when I first got married, someone wrote to me, my like one of my, like my, I think my second boyfriend wrote to me, I'm so happy your life is a success now, something like that. And I'm like, because I got married, my life is a success now? Like what is this? What do we have in our heads? And what we have in our heads is a Mexican soap opera, conditioning, prince in shining armors, fairy tales, and all sorts of stuff like that. And just this hope to be saved, because to be in this human heart, in the wound of the heart, because all of our pain takes us to the wound of the heart. To be inside of it, to experience the density of the humanity, it's a radical kind of thing. It's challenging. It's challenging, my people. So we sometimes feel like we have to create strategies how to not feel the pain. And some of these strategies involve scrolling on social media, dissociating in various ways, overeating, watching pornography. Like, there are so many strategies. But one of the major strategies is to wait for someone to come and to save you. To wait for something. Again, even if you are very conscious and very developed in your personal development stuff, you may still have this thing of like, I'm waiting, and I'm not moving until someone is gonna come and save me. Even with God, people have this relationship. It's like, I love God, I want to be with God, I'm here for God. What do you mean by that? Do you mean that once you connect to God, and this God is going to come and save you from the misery of being in the wound of the heart? That's what I see mostly. People expect that there will be some kind of divine intervention, some kind of mystery that will come and pull you out. And so a lot of that projection goes on the partner. Of course, it stems from childhood stuff with the mama and papa. And this expectation just does not allow us to mature and to really ease into what these relationships are all about. And these relationships are specifically all about making you more conscious. That's it. That's the purpose of a relationship. It's for you to become more conscious. It's for you to grow. And once you make this shift inside of you, once you drop this notion that the relationship is here to make me happy, and you accept that the relationship is here to make you more conscious, everything changes. You get out of suffering, basically. That's the major change. And once you get out of suffering, you can actually do your life and you can actually live your supreme destiny. Because if you are addicted to suffering and this thing of like hoping that he will make you more happy and hoping that once you meet a relationship, then you will be good, this will inevitably put you into more struggle, because then you get in a relationship, you have your list, you're checking every guy, if you're a woman, according to the list. This is very, you have your clarity, you're like, and that's why, I've been sharing about my requirements in relationships, and things that I say very much upfront, and there's a lot of integrity, a lot of honesty. I am just being super, super direct and pure in how I meet men. Then women read this post, and so many told me, some in person, some wrote to me, that they really leveled up their game in dating and just stopped there waiting around and being scared to say that she wants to get married, that she wants to have children, that she has this kind of requirements in a relationship. And then actually they started to voice these things, and already I feel changes in our collective field. This is great. This is great stuff. And at the same time, my people, here comes the twist, that this list, and like what I wrote there is like 5 points, so it's not such a big deal really, but some have those lists of like pages and pages and pages, and then you're there like measuring people against this list, and then it will happen, it will happen that you will have someone who is really matching your list, and then you will be like, okay, now game on, now we can party, now life is good, now I am free, now I am good, now yeah. And no, no. You can see the post on my timeline. It has an image of me taking a selfie in a mirror. That's how you can identify it. So no, because you're gonna get into this relationship, and shit's gonna hit the fan. And depending on how much you believe in the fairy tale that this relationship is gonna make you happier, the stronger the shit's gonna hit the fan. Because the more you delegate the responsibility for your happiness onto someone else or onto a relationship, the harder it's gonna hit, and the stronger you're gonna dive into the wound of the heart, and the bigger ego death you're gonna experience. So, beloved, it's in your hands. And again, there is karma. There is karma, and you may just need to do that. I've done that like many times. I want to say thousands, maybe not thousands. I'm not at least in this lifetime, but probably thousands over different lifetimes. I've done this many times. And I've had to go through it, and I've had to be in mismatched relationships, and I've had to beg and be there accepting breadcrumbs when I completely forgetting who I am and my worth, and like begging for just a little bit of love, and just completely disorienting myself, and being scared when the partner would withdraw and feel like it means something, that I'm doing something wrong, and it means something bad about me, that he's taking some space, or I would be feeling that the partner wants so much of me that I would be nervous and pulling back from that. So many things I've experienced. And that's what I have to say, that you cannot, like, if you are expecting to be happy, to make that this relationship will make you happy, you will suffer. You will suffer. And so you have to accept that, yes, I understand I'm suffering because I hoped that this relationship will elevate me and it will make me happy forever and ever. And then it's not, and then it hurts. And then I'm burning. And then I want to project on my partner. I want to say, you're not masculine enough, and you make me feel like bad. And then I have to get into the masculine, and you're not showing up enough, and so then I have to show up more, and it's not balanced, and it's not right. And then you can go into all these projections by all means. But this is karma again, because there's nothing wrong with other people. Whenever you are judging another person, it's all your stuff. Always. Like 100% of the time. Like, this is like one rule that has no exceptions. How to live with that? Welcome to the new world. Welcome to the new world where we take actual responsibility for who we truly are. The infinite, limitless beings we truly are. And don't just talk about it, blah blah, you know, discussing this kind of things with your friends, but you're actually living it. And so you begin living it when you catch yourself with all these projections, with all these help me, rescue me, save me, make me happier. When you catch yourself there and you go like, okay, I'm gonna burn. I'm gonna burn right here. And as I burn, this is the karma that's burning. This is the karma of my life and my lifetimes. This is the karma of my ancestry. This is all these things where we've lost integrity in the past, where we've acted from some crappy ideas, from complete ignorance and forgetfulness. Now I have to sit in it and burn for it. And I don't need to even analyze why am I burning, but through this burning, I get purified, because this is fire of love. This fire of love will cleanse me and purify me. And then finally, I will be able to actually see the true nature of this fire and true nature of this love, and see that I've been loved all along. That I've been the precious child of the divine all along. That no one has tried to hurt me. No one has meant anything wrong towards me. It's been love all along. In the relationship, we have this incredible opportunity to meet the wound of the heart. And the wound of the heart is something that we resist in so many ways. And whatever is your situation in a relationship right now, whether you're in a long-term relationship and you're like really going through all of the different aspects of it, whether you are dating, whether you're single even, because it's still a relationship, yeah? You're still in a relationship with unavailable partners. All of that is a manifestation of fire of love. And all of that is burning away, peeling away these layers that you are not. And it's taking you into the core of the wound of the heart, where once you dare to sit, once you dare to be in this unbearable burning, once you just release control and resistance over it, and you stay there long enough, not just like, oh, I've seen this, bye, I've seen this enough, bye-bye. No, when you sit there, like there, exactly there, like you know what I'm talking about, right? Like there, where you don't want to go, right there. There is self-hatred, self-judgment, incredible self-criticism, incredible lack of self-esteem and self-worth. Usually that's what burns a lot. And the sense that maybe I don't deserve it, and maybe I am worthless, and I am simply not meant to be loved. And I'm simply not meant to be happy. There, right there. Excellent. You go there and you sit there in this unbearable pain. And through that, you meet the wound of the heart. And the wound of the heart is something that connects us all of us. Every single being is connected through the wound of the heart, the tremendous vulnerability of the heart, the tremendous pain, the tremendous agony of feeling disconnected from the source of existence. That's what hurts. That's what hurts. And we cannot personal development our way out of it into the completeness. I am complete, I'm whole. No, you actually have to meet the pain. And as long as you protect yourself from pain, you only live halfway. You don't dare to stretch your heart. You don't dare to care for others. You don't dare to step forward and say, people, I love you. Like, I'm here in the raw openness, and I don't know my next steps, and I don't know everything, but I know that I am here in this moment with my warm beating heart, and I care. This you can only do once you face that wound that you create so many strategies not to face. And your eyes start to shine differently. You feel different on the inside. There is a maturity, there is a depth, there is a divinity shining through you. So, if you're ready to burn and you have enough of jumping around, personal development, healing this, healing that, healing this, healing that, waiting this, writing lists, if you're ready to stop the jumping around and you are going like, okay, I'm gonna dive in, like really. It takes a lot of preparation. I don't work with beginners, by the way, disclaimer. But if you're ready for this kind of dive in, no holding back, no like little exit there, no like fire escape over there, 1 foot in, 1 foot, no. When this is no longer an option for you, when you've tried that long enough with this kind of fire exit kind of situations, when you've done that long enough, we can meet, we can work together. And as I said, there are brilliant opportunities for that right now. You can step into the sanctuary. Next week we have the fire ceremony. It's gonna help you so much, because what happens in the ceremony, the tantric ceremony, is that it's not only you. It's not only on you, on your personal self, of like, oh, I'm gonna work through it. But we evoke traditions, we evoke the power that is behind the actual spiritual work, the actual tantric work. And when you come and you work with me in the field, you become held, you become protected, you receive the support of actual lineages that I carry and that we get to unpack together in the work. And they get to be there for you, nurture you, support you, pour into you. And so when we work in the ceremony, you have very strong connection with that. And then also very like personal things that you are carrying, that are there in your lineages, that are there in your ancestry, that are there just for us collectively, in things that you've had to face, pain that you've had to go through. All of this gets to be held and offered to the fire. And honestly, like, whenever I notice in my own life that I'm stuck in some places and I may forget like my own tools, and then I remember my tools, and then things go so fast, like soon I'll be telling more stories about that, but it's quite spectacular. So there's this opportunity. So next Thursday we're having this fire ceremony inside the sanctuary. Jump in. Soon it's not going to be possible to join sanctuary at any moment. Right now it's possible, it's still open. We've started the cycle of the third eye, and you can still come in, and you can come in for the ceremony and then continue doing the cycle on the third eye with us, the sixth sense. Anyway, this is the work is so precious, so amazing. And then, as I said, it serves as a preparation for our Fire of Love, the in-person immersion, which begins in November, and we begin deeper preparation work also later in October. But this fire ceremony is already serving as prep for us. So you can join the sanctuary for next Thursday. You can just comment once I finish the video, comment sanctuary, and you're going to receive a link in your DMs, our friendly robots. I'm going to send you, deliver the link in your inbox. If you want to join both the fire ceremony and the in-person immersion, and you are ready for this like deep dive into the fire of love, into the heart, comment fire and you will receive the way to apply. It's application only. I am accepting only people of a certain development, of a certain work that has to be behind you in your life, and certain commitment and certain readiness. And we have a stunning group already, and we have space for you.